We're going to begin this hour with an historic weekend in music. You never know who's going to show up at the iconic Newport Folk Festival. This year, it was two of the greatest singer-songwriters of their generation. The first surprise, well, that came on Saturday.
People writing songs that voices never share, and no one dare disturb the sound of silence.
Look at that crowd, mesmerized. That, of course, is the great Paul Simon grace the festival stage for the first time ever, joining Nathaniel Rateliff and the Night Sweats. And last night, a real legend also returned to the Newport Folk Festival stage for the first time in 53 years. That, of course, is the great Joni Mitchell. Anthony Mason was there. Anthony, good morning. Of course, you were there. You go every single year. But, boy, this was a big deal.
Yeah, this was amazing. You know, the closing set at the Newport Folk Festival, Gail, was billed as Brandi Carlile and Friends. But Brandi had a very big surprise, and what happened next was one of the most emotional concerts I have ever experienced.
And please welcome back to the Newport stage, for the first time since 1969,
When the surprise guest walked gingerly onto the stage at the Newport Folk Festival, the crowd erupted. Then, supported by an all-star cast of musicians, 78-year-old Joni Mitchell gave her first public performance since a brain aneurysm nearly killed her in 2015.
Oh, darling, and I would still be on my feet. I'd still be on my feet. Yeah.
The stage was set up like Joni's California living room, where the recovering singer has been hosting Joni Jams with fellow musicians for the past few years.
And she just wants to sit there and drink her wine and listen, right? But it didn't turn out like that. She started singing, and then she started playing.
And Brandi Carlile had the idea of bringing the Joni Jam to Newport.
You've been thinking about this for quite a while.
I dreamed it. The first time she opened her mouth and sang Summertime, and I saw Herbie Hancock burst into tears, and everybody in the room catch their breath because she had decided to sing, really decided to sing, you know? I knew she'd do it at Newport. I can't really say how I knew it. I just pictured her out there. I pictured the water and the fort and the boats.
So the years spin by and now the boy is 20.
But until rehearsals Friday night here, no one was sure she would feel up to it, including Joni herself.
Are you at all nervous about singing in front of an audience again?
No, I've never been nervous about being in front of an audience. But I wanted to be good, you know, and I wasn't sure that I could be, but I didn't sound too bad tonight.
No, you didn't.
City light time, must you get ready so
Joni was 23 when she first played Newport back in 1967.
Yeah, I met Leonard Cohen in '67. I met James Taylor in '69.
Yeah,
you know,
that's pretty good company.
Good friends for my life.
In her first trip back in 53 years, Joni played guitar, a skill the aneurysm took from her till only recently.
You taught yourself to play again?
I'm learning. I'm looking at videos that are on the net to see where I put my fingers, you know. It's amazing, like, what an aneurysm knocks out. How to get out of a chair, you don't know. How to get out of a bed, you don't know how.
Yeah.
You know, you have to learn all these things by rote again, you know. I was into water ballet as a kid, and I forgot how to do the breaststroke. Every time I tried it, I just about drowned, you know. Yeah. So there's a lot of, you going back to infancy almost. You have to relearn everything.
How do you find the will to do that?
I don't know, but the surgeon that did the brain surgery on me said I had will and grit.
Yeah.
You show that every day.
Do you
day.
think you have will and grit?
Yeah, I think I do.
She definitely does.
I've recovered from a lot of things, you know.
You sure have.
Polio.
At age 9, polio left her paralyzed. Joni willed herself to walk again.
Your friends call you a miracle.
You are.
I love you, Joni, you magical thing.
Joni's career has been widely celebrated this past year. She was a Kennedy Center honoree and Music Cares Person of the Year at the Grammys.
How did that feel?
Oh, very rewarding. You know, a lot of doors were shut to me, like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They kept me out of that for a long time.
So you're feeling the love.
I'm feeling the love, yeah.
Feels good.
It feels good.
It's a beautiful thing to
It's a
see her
beautiful
honored in
thing.
this way.
I think having a brush with death like that kind of softens people towards me.
The musicians at Newport were as moved as the audience. Marcus Mumford handled drums during the set.
How did it feel to play with Joni?
It's a complete dream. And Brandi's a wonderful facilitator and leader. And obviously, she's basically the one person in the world who Joni feels comfortable sitting next to sing her songs again. And so I think it's just really emotional.
The crowd was joyful and tearful.
I've looked at clouds from both sides now.
Especially when Joni sang Both Sides Now. What were you hoping to do by bringing her here?
Joni hasn't always felt the appreciation that exists amongst humanity for her. But I wanted her to feel that.
By the end of the night, everyone was glowing, especially the artist herself.